Rosie, I'm going to poach these chicken thighs, and these are my favourite piece. Skin on, bone in, they hold together really well. And I love the flavour that the skin gives it. It goes nice and crisp. Now, normally when you poach it underneath the liquid. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to poach in olive oil, and I'm going to leave the skin above the surface so it stays nice and crisp.
Nice.
Now, I've got a pan on nice and sort of hot here, and I'm going to sear off the outside of the chicken. Rosie, if you grab that pepper over there, I'm going to get you to put some pepper on top of that chicken there. Because salt loves meat, meat loves salt, and chicken loves pepper. And you know what? I reckon I've given you the dud pepper mill, because this one here, look at that. Oh, that's what I like.
I thought something was wrong.
Here you go. I'll turn that over and you can put that on. I'm going to put some salt on this side here. And I'm going to do both sides, Rosie.
Oh, sorry.
We can't just do half a job.
Half a job Mansfield, that's what they call me.
Half a job Mansfield.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to say it, but that's what they do say to me. Now, you can see there's plenty of olive oil in there, nice and hot. The trick with this is to pop it skin side down so it renders the skin and makes it nice and crispy. Now, Rosie, if you ever get a chance of putting chicken into a pan like this, a hot pan, make sure you put the tip in and then drop it away from you. And that way you'll splash everyone else in front of you, but you won't splash yourself.
Right.
Good little safety tip. Now, you've got a bit of a splatter here, you know, so be careful. Yep. You might want to put a lid on it if you're worried about maybe burning yourself, but that's going to sizzle away nicely. Got some thyme and rosemary there. I want you to pick it.
Yep, get me
and
working.
cut those potatoes in half. While you're doing that, I'm going to get some celery and cut some nice little dice all the way through. And just throwing everything into it as it goes along. You can see there's plenty of heat in there, so I can sort of add stuff as I'm going along. If it wasn't quite as hot, I would actually just let the chicken sizzle away until it's nice and crisp.
It's a very clean dish, isn't it?
It is.
Clean ingredients, yeah.
Exactly, and the flavour of the extra virgin olive oil is fantastic. Now, it is sort of technically a confit when you do just use extra virgin olive oil or fat, but making it with stock and white wine as well will make it even more delicious. In go these onions. These are like a large salad onions. There's a funny name for them, but you can use any type of onion.
They're gorgeous.
You usually see these white, but I've got these red version, which are lovely. And when you're poaching like this, I want to keep everything sort of whole so you can see it as you're eating it. So the garlic I just slice all the way through here like this, and this will just go straight in to flavour it up beautifully. Some fennel seed. I love fennel seed. Yeah. Got a great flavour. And apparently, if you have some gas or some wind in your belly, a little bit of fennel seed tea.
that one.
Exactly. Makes it nice and
Very
delicious.
good.
Bay leaves go straight in there, and the herbs, I'm going to put them straight in there like that on top of it. I'm going to slice the chilli through the middle here like this and leave the seeds in. I'll put the whole lot in there like that, and that will seal up beautifully.
Oh, it's good looking, isn't it?
It is. Oh, the chicken. Sorry, I thought you were talking about me. Great time to turn it over. You can see I've got a bit of colour on there like that. Now, I'm not too worried about not having it really golden brown on the outside because I know the oven, and cooking it in the oven, will crisp it up beautifully. Now, I've just let that settle for a second. There's a lot of flavour in there. If you can pass me the white wine and the stock, Rosie, get that over here. There we go. Great time now to pop the stock in. I've got about 500 mils of stock here. I don't put too much in here, and I'll also add about 150 mils of white wine. And as you can see, Rosie, I've got it so it just comes up the side there. And a bit of lemon here, if you want to just slice a little bit of the rind off the outside, nice and thin.
Beautiful.
Pop that in there and then I'll give it a lovely flavour. I've got to season it up with some salt. And of course, you're going to put some pepper on the outside of it.
Got it.
More pepper the better, gives it a
almost
great
forgot
flavour.
your potatoes there as well. Get those in there.
We'll pop them in and try and pop the potatoes just around the side there so they're underneath that liquid. That's the way they cook. Pop them down with a spoon so they're well and truly under cover. Now, Rosie, we're going to pop this into the oven and we're going to set it for 140 degrees Celsius. We're going to let it cook for about 45 minutes to an hour. I'll know when the chicken's cooked. I'll hit it with a fork, and when it falls apart, that's when I know it's ready. Into the oven we go. A little bit of parsley and chive on top there to finish it off.
It's a really beautiful dish, isn't it?
It's very simple, isn't it?
Yeah, hearty, rustic.
And the beauty of it is that all the juices, all the poaching liquid, become the sauce that goes with it. Those cipollini onions around the outside there and some potatoes, some garlic.
I can smell those onions. They look beautiful, don't they?
And you can see the shine of the olive oil on top of it. That's going to taste great.
I feel like you should be eating this in Tuscany or something.
I think so. I think
Chianti.
I think we should hop on a plane right now and head over there.
I think so too.
You know what? With a little bite of this, I reckon I'm going to feel like I'm in Tuscany.
Have a go.
I can see the Tuscan hillsides in the distance. This is really delicious. A beautiful, soft, tender dish, moist, flavoursome, lots of lovely ingredients in there. Really simple way to poach chicken and make it delicious.
Love it.